So for today, we will continue with chapter 5, and if we have time, we'll proceed with. I will continue with chapter 6. eh? But if we, because we need also to discuss on your forum question, but when I go through to some of, not all, but some of you can answer well. Foreign question, I can't see a problem there because it means that you understand the questions and then you can answer it well. Maybe the question is more straightforward, right? Lebih kepada straightforward, direct question, right? I don't trick you. I don't give you case study. I don't give a case scenario. My concern is I want you to understand the principles, the basic one, because you are accounting student. But I know you are a smart student. You are fast learner. I hope so. You will understand better, right? Better than other student. Why not? And of course, where some of you give not a wrong answer, but it's not uh, tak begitu tepat, right? Not the if it's 100 marks, I can't give 100. I can give A. I can't give, right? E, because there's lack. I mean, you can't describe it or explain it in depth, but it's okay. It's a learning process, which is you at least know how to answer questions and how to answer straightforward question, right? Okay, so itu baru a straightforward question, not a tricky one, right? After we complete all chapters, I hope we can have a discussion on how to answer case study or a tricky one or analytical thinking scenario kind of case for you, so that you know how to answer it. Because you are technical persons. Yeah, you are good in numbering. I know. I know most of you are good in numbering. As for me, I don't know how to calculate. But I know bila I silut poket tu, kalau tebal tu banyak duit. I hope it's not one ringgit Malaysia lah. Mungkin 100. Okay, so let's continue with chapter 5. Is it chapter 5? Yeah. So this is chapter 5, consumer markets and buyer behavior. Okay, as a marketer, we need to understand, uh, to know, before we understand our consumer, we need to know who are our customer, who is our customer, right? We need to know who is we need to know who is our target market, right? Who is our potential customer, and after that, then we able to make a survey or do some research to understand this customer, right? Failing ataupun failure to understand customers, to know at the first place, to know the customers, and fail to understand the needs and wants, expectation, taste and preference of customer. Banyak I bagi. Not only needs and wants, taste, preference, a lot of things that you need to learn from customers. Then after you able to understand this customer, know understand better your target market, then you able to tackle them, right? Many marketers, why they're losing sales, why they cannot retain, they can't retain a loyal ones, loyal customers, because they fail to understand, to know their customers, to understand this customer, right? Tak nak kenal pun. I give a simple example to you, right? When you went to a shop, right? You went to a shop, hawker kat tepi-tepi jalan to a restaurant, how many of frontliner or seller know your name and even know who you are? Ada tak dia orang tanya you? Right? Ada tak? But it's okay if you keep on continuing. Consume the products or purchase a product or it's okay. But my question is how many of them basically know who are their customers who come in and out from the restaurant or any premise, a service organization or company's premise, right? You don't even know your customers, then how you are going to understand these customers? Nama pun tak tahu. But I have some experience. I think this company train well their staff, right? Oh, kalau bagi banyak contoh panjang pula. Tapi, but this is a true story, which is I'm quite surprised and quite surprised with the service, with their service in Terengganu, right? Because we know Terengganu there are not many substitutes and competitors, but they take an advance that which is beyond my expectation. So I become a delightful customer because why they give more than what I expect. What can I expect here? Rather than Star Hill, rather than in KL, Loya, Bukit Bintang, what else, Shiraz, right? Penang or JB in city, right? So I'm not lowering my expectation or my standards, but I try to understand the culture and many factors, right? But when I went to this premise and their premise, I found out they give more than what I expect. This is good actually, right? And in fact, they know me. They want to know me, right? Dia tak nak tahu pasal saya. When in our first meeting, they're doing a consultancy, a free consultancy, right? As an academician, a marketing lecturer, what can I analyze from a first consultation is actually they are gathering information from me, right? Pertama kali I duduk kat kursi tu, they get to know me, they get all information from me. My name, my address, what else? What I buy, the recent product I buy, what recent product I buy, what I'm buying today, right? Why I come to you, who told me to come here, right? So they gather all the information. And I don't know, I just give the information to them. And in fact, my work, my occupation, my salary too. Why they need that kind of information, right? They're trying to understand these customers because we already know they are doing business. They want to tackle you. If not that day, maybe the other day, right? Not the other day. They will make sure once you come in the store, you will come back. Ya, you akan datang balik. Ini sangat hebatlah bagi saya. How many of you in this class at a first meeting with a seller, they gather information from you and like what I experienced. How many of you, if you have an experience like me, say yes in chat room. I want to know. But because in my life, that is the first time, one in a lifetime. First meeting, they know everything about me. Nasib dia tak tanya siapa pernah bercinta ke tidak, tak ada, sejauh itu dia pergi, right? All the personal information they gather from me, education, blah 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 blah, they know well. Okay, how many of you have the same experience with me? At the first meeting with a seller ataupun any premise you went in, the seller gather a lot of information from you, whether you need to fill in the form or asking you directly, right? While doing the activities or let's say you are in a hair stylish, to a hairstylist to cut your hair, right? During the process, they ask your name, where do you live, blah blah blah. What are you doing, for example, right? Whether it's a formal or informal, whether it is fill in the form, fill up the form, or by asking a question during the process. How many of you have an experience like me? Okay, jot down in chat room so I can know. You have at least one experience or once in a lifetime experience dealing with what can I say? A very smart seller, a marketer. Okay, boleh you jot down. Nanti I tengok. If yes, say yes, right? I won't ask you why. I won't ask you when, how, where. I know some students afraid to give feedback because they're afraid of the next question. I mean, you need to explain further. Okay, so I tell you earlier, I don't want to know who are the seller, what are the premise, when, how, what do you buy. Okay, I just want to know if you have an experience like me, because I face this kind of I mean, yeah, in Terengganu, many times, yeah, some of seller, some of frontline staff ask information from me, get information from me. But the smartest one, yang betul-betul have a complete information only once. That one seller in Terengganu lah yang I pernah jumpa, right? Even though ada some of premise yang I pergi have a big name. But they don't want to know me. So I pun tak bagilah. Apa kan? They don't want to know me. So lagilah, I'm okay with that, right? Customer, they are okay if you don't want to know them, right? But you will, dia akan merugikan you lah, right? Right? Dia tak merugikan bagi customer itu, right? Tapi the truth is that's experience I have, right? Even a big name, a popular name, jika I cakap kat sini, you akan tahu terus. Tapi tak pernah pun nak tahu saya. Berapa kali dah I pergi, last saya tak pergi dah. Okay, so what is consumer market? Consumer markets are made up of all the individuals and households that buy or acquire goods and services for personal consumption. The keywords is made up of all individuals. Consists of individu dan juga household that buy, or families lah, individuals. Some of you buy products for your families, your dad, your parents, your moms, buy products and goods for families consumption, for personal consumption. So you don't resell the products. That is consumer markets. Okay, consumer buyer behavior is the behavior of final consumers. The behavior. Once it put the behavior is behave, how they react, how they act, when, how, why they get a product or services. Behavior tindakan lah, tingkah laku dia. Macam mana dia dapatkan, how, when, why, what they get it. Okay, but consumer markets adalah consist of all the individuals and household, that the first keyword, that buy or acquire goods and services for what? Personal consumptions. Okay. Wah, terus kepada factors that influence consumer buyer. Before we go to the factors that influence consumer buyer, we need to understand the process. What we call it, the buyer behavior. Buyer behavior. Okay, so basically, when you want to get a product or services, whether you realize or not, you are influenced or triggered influenced by the environment or factors that influence you to make up your mind or to make up your decision. Right? There are marketing purpose, like a marketing stimuli that will influence you. The 4 P's: the product, price, place, and promotion, advertising that a marketed do, that influence you to buy. Right? You never thought that you want that product because of you are exposed with the advertisement. Then you see, oh, I need the product. Suddenly suddenly, right? Because of this factor, marketing stimuli. You don't want the product, but because of the price is good, there's a discount, buy one free 10. Then you make an action, right? You pun rasa terpedaya, bukan terpedaya, tergoda because of the discounts, for example, right? Because it's easy for you to get it. At least distribution channel, right? Where can I get your product from headquarters? Oh my God. Where can I get your product from agent only? Oh my God. Where can I get your product? Anywhere, everywhere, anytime. That's enough, right? Availability of the channel. Like, itu boleh juga persuade customers to get the product. Ini I cakap tentang marketing stimuli, right? The product itself, the price, place and promotion that may be influenced buyer, right? And also other factors like economic, technology, social, and culture that might be influence you. I don't know whether you realize it or not, right? Ini kita pergi nanti. And then which leads to bias characteristics and decision process, right? Your own characteristics, your personality, and how you make, how you behave. I mean, your behavior in making the decision, right? Dia adalah your own personality, how you gather the information, how you react, your characteristics yang menyebabkan, I mean, you have your own personality, right? Ciri-ciri you sendiri yang menentukan, which is determine whether you want to get a product or not, and then you respond to it. You have an attitude. Yeah, buyers have an attitude. You are human. Consumers have their own attitudes. They have a taste preference. Am I too fast? I kau cakap pasal marketing ni semangat. Am I too fast? If I'm too fast, then tell me. Okay? Is it okay for you to use this intonation and yeah? Okay. Okay. I'm afraid if you can't follow, right? Okay, so buyer will respond. So this when you are exposed with the environment factors that influence you, your own characteristics, and you have your own attitudes and preference towards product or service you want to get, right? Your behavior, what you buy, when, what I said earlier, right? Where, how much, right? And then brand engagement, right? You have some brand preference in your mind, right? When you think, when you want to buy a laptop, a gadget, for example, a phone, right? Makeup, right? What else? What else? Anything, right? What is the brand that comes into your mind first? Ini dia panggil brand and engagement and relationships because of your past experience or any exposure that you saw in advertisements or other mediums that a marketer exposed to you. Okay? Oh, you pun fikirlah, you pun rasa, oh, I thought when I need the product because I need it, right? Tapi you tak sedar, there are a lot of factors actually yang mempengaruhi you before you buy products or get a service. Okay, so these are the factors that also influence consumer behavior. We have culture, social, personal, and psychological factors that influence a buyer before make a buy. Oh my God, there are many factors actually that influence consumer to buy product. Okay, banyaknya, right? That's why I say marketers are good founders. Marketers are smart people, right? Dia orang yang bijak sebab dia analyze, dia tahu, they make a survey, right? They do a good seller ataupun a good marketer. They understand the market first before they come up with the product or services, right? Right? You have yeah, mana pula kalau ada contoh. Did I give an example before this on the microwave story kind of pernah bagi tahu tak? Contoh lah. Kita pasal microwave Satu ketika. If you still remember, because I have many class, I don't know whether I already give the example to you. Pernah tak I gave a story regarding a microwave oven? A microwave oven.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Maybe not in class, in your class, maybe the other class, right? The other marketing class. Okay. I forgot already how to relate it. Blah, 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 blah. Terhilang. It's okay. We come back. Nanti I datang balik, I cerita balik. Okay, but sebenarnya the story of microwave scenario tu adalah at 80s or 70s. I forgot which year, 70s, 60s or 80s, kind of 60s, not in 1990s, not today lah, not 90s, not 80, I think 60 or 70s. Okay, this man, they see how good microwave, and in fact we today we know microwave make our life easy, right? Today, not during 60s, right? In Malaysia, UK, US, Japan, maybe they have they already use it. I mean, they are already exposed with the technology, or yeah, the technology, and then they already know the importance of these products to them, to the household, for example. But not in Malaysia. This young, not young, I don't know, young or old man. This man, they bring microwave to Malaysia and advertise it, promote it, but dia rugi. Why? There are many factors. And one of the factors, because culture, right? Right? Economic, maybe, right? And then the perceptions or attitudes to this product, because they are not ready. We are not ready. We don't know how whether the product is safe for personal consumption, whether it's safe. Masa tu orang takut meletup, right? It's happened, and that's why for I mean for products that innovative products or products that is very new to the market, you need to educate customers first, right? But if I say but today every house has microwave, right? Semua orang ada microwave, and it's become, I mean, it's not a want anymore. It's a needs. Dia menjadi satu keperluan dah, right? And in fact, if you don't have microwave in your home, orang akan tengok pelik je tak ada microwave kat rumah, right? Tapi in 1670, it's why we need to have that? Dia tanya, kenapa I nak dapatkan? Why I have to have? Is it safe for you? Right? So there is the factors. Right? Even though the product is good, it's good, sangat bagus sebenarnya. The market readiness is very important. You need to understand the markets, right? And educate the customers. Right? This man loses, I mean, dia rugi lah, right? Masa 70s. But today, kalau bawa pergi mana-mana microwave, it is a must for any for us, right? So, secara overall lah, right? Kalau I bagi example for each of the of the factors, kita dah kita tak sempat lah. But if you ask me, if you want to know more, I'm okay. Okay, so culture factors, set of basic values, perceptions, wants, and behavior learned by a member of society from family and important institution. What you buy, what you wear, what you eat is actually shaped by your culture. Senang saja, right? I study in UPM, right? I blend with Chinese and Indian and also international students. Breakfast in the morning, what we eat different, even though we are in the same restaurant. Lunch, we eat different, even though we are in the same restaurant. I eat roti canai, they eat nasi lemak, right? I eat roti, that my Indian friend eat nasi lemak. Chinese friend eat roti canai, contoh. Right? It actually, yeah, that culture shape what we wear, what we buy, service that we get, right? Okay, and it's learned from a society. It learns from a family. Right? If you come from a family that is health conscious, your parents teach you about health and a good, healthy food and natural food. Definitely, sudah tentu you will continue consume a good, a natural products. Ini yang kata the wants and behavior that learn from family. It can be changed, right? Because we are blend with other cultures uh, in our country. Okay. I don't know why my kid always interfere during your class, not the other class. Let me handle it. Okay, so subcultures are a group of people within a culture with shared value system based on common life experience and situation. For example, in America, they have Hispanic American, they have Asian American. Okay, Hispanic American. One example I give to you. Hispanic as a American, Asian Americans, they are more loyal, right? They are more loyal towards brands and services, right? We are loyal, okay, Asian Americans, but but a young Hispanic American, they like to change to new substitute uh, if they have they keep on changing, not really keep on changing, but yeah, it's easy for them to change. They're not really loyal. Then compared to the Asian Hispanic Asian, for example. So this is the thing that you need to understand. A marketer need to understand. Is it easy? It's not easy. You need to do a research. That's why there's a marketing research, market research, right? So you need to understand the culture and subcultures because they are already blend in one society to another society in in a country, right? Because of their common life experience and situations that they are in. Okay. What else? Cultural factors, social class, social class. Those who share similar values, interests, and behavior, right? It can be measured not exactly to the income, right? When we talk about social class, oh, you're thinking of Mak Datin, right? You're talking only those who have a good income. Wealthier, for example. So, but it can be measured in a combination of occupation, education, wealth, and other variables. Okay, so like their personality and so on. So this is a social class. This is the also one of the factor that uh, marketer also need to look for, right? Because if you're able to understand how they behave towards brands, what are their tastes and preference, uh, you able to tackle these markets, right? Of course lah, right? Ya lah, orang-orang kaya kan, what kind of brands they prefer, right? Compared with those who are live in rural area. What you call it? Uh, uh, if you look to the ladder of social class, they have upper, upper, middle, lower, middle. Ini panjang kalau nak cerita lah social class. There are ladder. And in fact, if you're able to understand this social class, what they wear, how they, or how, why they need the products, why they need the service. Is it because of the features of the service? The features of the products only, right? If you fail to understand this social class of one person among this society, or this the group, then you fail to tackle the right? Okay. What else? Groups and social networks. Reference group. We have reference group, opinion leader. Okay. So many of us actually, again, whether you realize or not, you will refer to some group or some individuals before you make a buy or purchase. Whether a product or services. And opinion leader also might become from a reference group. When you want to buy a supplement product or health product or natural products, you may have some reference group that you refer. You may have opinions leader, an expert, right? Expert that you refer before you make a decision to buy, right? And what about word of mouth influence? Yeah, gossip from mouth to mouth. But I hope not exactly gossip sebenarnya, cerita yang disampaikan. It's okay if you want to tell, if you want to call it gossip, but the information can be disseminated from one to one, from mouth to mouth. It's really powerful in a marketing life, dalam kehidupan pemasaran, marketing life. Right? That's why they create some campaigns, they create some promotion, they create an event, they use celebrity, they use influencer, right? And then you tak sedar, they push you to become a mini ambassador, to spread the information. You mini ambassador without paid. You spread the information to your friend. Produk ni bagus lah. Mana kau tahu bagus, aku dah guna dah. 100 tahun dah guna, for example. Mouth to mouth influence. Today, they are using social media to disseminate information. And you lah yang membantu mereka sebenarnya. And they have also influencer marketing, and by using online social network, social media. These marketers are good and engage the engagement with customers. They have a good engagement with customers. Some of you, of course, I know some of you follow some of influencer and brands or companies or products in social media, right? So this is the factors you sebenarnya telah tergoda sebelum you membeli. You are influenced. They are persuade you. And they tell you they are not they are good in advertising. They are not always use a word like we sell this, we sell that. No, right? No, they are good in advertisement, right? With you realize you actually need the product after you saw the advertisement, after you saw some of the cues and stimuli that you are exposed with the kind of information, and then you realize you need that product, right? So they are good. They are good in doing that, right? The engagement with customer, because in our first chapter, we already discussed the customer engagement, right? Brand engagement, how they're dealing with you. And me myself, I follow some of brand and products in social media, right? Tak tahu suka, right? They don't discuss about the product and service too often, right? The way they engage with customers that make us, like to follow their page, right? Social factor, family and role status. Definitely, your dads, your family, your parents, right, might influence you to buy, may influence you, or maybe you are the one who are dominant in the family who can influence your dad or your moms. How many? Okay. Another question to you: in your family, who are dominant? Siapa yang dominant in your family? You need to ask this permission. You need to ask his or the permission from this person first before you can get a product. Right? If your mom say no, then none of the family member can have the product. If your dad say, okay, you can have it, everybody can have. Okay, who is dominant? Or you are the one, ataupun you are the one, and you are the most dominant person in your family members that you can influence everybody to buy a product or to get the celebrity. For example, during Raya, during Diwali celebrations, and you want to get a new curtain, right? To decide the color of the curtains, you are the decider. So you are dominant in family. So my question is, who are dominant in your family that able to influence other people to get the products? I mean, to change from decision A to decision B. A simple example is to change the color of curtain, yeah? Right? If none of family member listen to you, you are not dominant. Right? You keep on saying kuning lah, but no one listen to you. They change to red color. You are not dominant in your family members. Okay, so who are dominant in your family member? Jot down your answer. I will check later. Dia tak nak bagi mengantuk. Oh, my mom is powerful, woman voice. Happy mom, happy family. Rule and status tell you that. Happy mom, happy family. And otherwise. Okay, dan begitulah vice versa. Role and status can be defined by a person's position in a group. Okay, I give an example to you. Your mom, I give it to you. Your mom is a career woman. She might be a doctor. She might be a lawyer, for example. That is the role in a society, in the working environment, in the career lah. Okay, lawyer, professional. She's a professional. But at home, she's a mother, she's a housewife. That is the role, right? That she will play at home. And she has maybe she watch football. She like Manchester United or Liverpool. She's a Liverpool fan. Okay, so uh, itu adalah what we call it role and status a mother, seorang ibu ataupun woman, lady in their life. Housewife, career woman, a professional one, footballer fan. So you boleh tengok what she wear, what she watch, what she buy, right? Of course, dia akan beli MU lah, baju MU lah. Right? Dia akan beli all the Liverpool stuff. If she is a Liverpool fan, okay? For example, come on guys, you have 80% in this class. Takkan 4-5 soal jawapan je. Or you want me to call your name? Is it okay with you? If I call your name, I need further explanation. If you jot down your answer, you don't need to give any further explanation. Yeah, I promise you. Okay? Takkanlah kan 80 lebih. Right. Help me supaya saya tak mengantuk and your friend and you yourself tak rasa mengantuk lah. Okay? A simple question. So are dominant in make a purchase, make a buying decision in your family. And the first one is, what is the first question? Do you have an experience that seller gather a lot of information from you, right? Don't make me ask question from you, because when I ask a question to you, it may be more than one page. Okay, so this is characteristics of that affect consumer behavior. Personal factors, occupation, occupation, blue color, white color, right? Professional, a clerk, a doctor, right? The academician or a teacher, for example, what he or she wear, buy, right? Itu adalah disebabkan occupation dia. Stationaries is like a heart. to a teacher, right? Stethoscopes itulah paling hampir kepada doktor, right? Ini adalah perkara-perkara yang serious. What about the blue collar and the other professional or other occupation? The way the way they wear, what they wear is also, is basically reflects their occupation, right? Before this, I wear what I like, but when I become an academician, I start to, think more. Not thinking too much, but think. Check, do check and balance, and if okay, then okay lah. If not, I will change what I wear that day. Before this, I just don't care because I'm doing sale. I'm in private college and I'm in a private company. I just wear casual attire, and not a formal one, not a formal attire. And in fact, today, even though I'm not, attending any of formal meeting, but when I want to, during my leisure time, I akan fikir juga apa I pakai, because some of my students, when they bump into me, they say, "Hi doktor, hi madam Nora," kan? Terkejut lah nanti kan. So your occupation also affect goods and services that you buy from a marketer. Age and life stage, of course. When you're a kid, what you buy? Now what you buy as a teen, right? It's a fact. Taste. You start realize, oh my god, this is what I'm buying when I eat. You terkejut. Ini taste aku, baju macam ni, right? Clothes, furniture, and other material. Other items that you bought. You never thought that is your taste at that time, right? Age and last stage also affect the taste, preference, and the needs and wants of the customer. Economic situation includes trend in spending, personal pickup. Yeah, definitely. That's why Tata Nano in India become a huge success because they understand the markets. Indian consumers, they are price conscious, right? And the population of Indian markets, oh my god, right? Besar, big population, right? And the income of this population of potential markets is huge. When Tata Nano Motors, you Google Tata Nano Motors, come up with the compact car with affordable prices and promote to this market, targeting this right customers, who afford, who are able to pay for the car. This man become a millionaire. Macam tu je dia boleh jadi millionaire, right? Because they understand the needs and wants, the taste and preference, the academic situation, right? In their society, right? Same goes to the American market. When there's a recession in 90 or I forgot which year, but because we already know the taste and preference of American, they like a sedan car. If you watch a movie, I like American movie. Tak tahu nak cakap apa, because the script is so it's not too scripted, macam relax je kan cerita dia. As looks like a date, what happening. Their life, like a daily conversation and what's happening in the society. And of course, a movie from Thailand and Tamil. Oh, that I like a movie from Tamil movie and Thailand movie, because there are a lot of moral values there. Okay. Okay. Example for when you watch an American movie, you'll see many of the movie show that they drive, right? American, they drive a sedan car, right? Yang panjang tu, kereta apa tu saya tak tahu, right? When the kid want to bring, ini biasalah dramatic, I mean loving couple in American drama, which is a young boy, they ask this young girl become his partner, pergi party dan sebagainya. This young boy asks, not exactly a limousine, I think it's like a sedan car yang panjang tu, don't know what type of car. Itu yang biasa, American drive. And this young boy asks a permission from his dad. Pinjam, bukan sewa pinjam, can I borrow your car because I have a date with this girl lah, this hot girl from my school, kan, macam gitu. So nampak the car tu itu adalah kereta yang selalu digunakan and dibeli. Itu benda biasa kat Azfar. You can see from in American drama. Biasa pinjam kereta dengan ayah, tiba-tiba terlanggar, pecah, ayah marah, biasa-biasa, right? Tapi you akan nampak kereta. Tapi during inflation dan sebagainya, ada pada apabila berlaku ketidakstabilan, maksudnya ekonomi, and then some of them didn't get good pay dan sebagainya, they move, marketer change the plan. They reprice the product, they redesign, they reposition the products. Okay, and it's able to change the culture of American or the attitudes or their lifestyles because of the economic situation, whether you like it or not, because you can't afford anymore, right? From sedan or a big car lah, they start buying small compact car. Budaya itu berubah, economic culture. So this is all the factors that actually influence each other, right? Ini yang berlaku lah. Itu yang akan relate with American drama tu. Memang kita mana ada small car. Saya tak pernah tengok cerita, tengok yang American drama lah. Mesti yang panjang kereta dia. I don't know whether it's limousine or not, because saya tak pernah tengok lagi limousine in front of my eyes. Right? Lamborghini tu pernah lah tengok. So now, so because of the economic situation, it's changed the lifestyle, the attitudes towards brands and so on. Right? Ini factors yang memengaruhi. So economic situation is very important. That affect consumer behavior, whether you like it or not. That's the reality. This is this is the thing that a market should look into, right? That's why you can reprice, rebrand, reposition, redesign. Okay, what else? Lifestyle, personality. Baru cakap pasal lifestyle, kan? Right? Lifestyles, orang kampung macam saya, village girl like me, live in Kuala Terengganu is not similar. It's different with those young girls when I was young lah, right? With the young girls in Bukit Bintang, in KL, in urban areas. When I work, I'm from a village, not exactly a rural lah, kan? Right? In Kuala Terengganu, and then when I worked in Bukit Bintang, di KL, then I see, oh my god, ini bukanlah teruk sebenarnya. What they wear, things there is not what I'm wearing. So I can see in Terengganu macam ni things dia pakai, right? Yang biasa tu common lah, some of them maybe have a good taste in their to make them look good, or maybe to show their their brand preference, ataupun they have their own, definitely lah, they want to show they are different with others, right? Berbeza lah, right? I pernah tengok this young girls with a gothic style jalan dekat Sungai Wang tu. I was surprised. And that time I'm 20, masa tu I'm 20 plus, right? But surprised. I thought these young girls, if you are in Terengganu, I don't know what happened. We all faint. My mother will faint. Akan pingsan dulu, eh? Right? So this is yeah, yeah, perkara-perkara yang, I mean the factors yang menentukan, right? The brand or the taste, goods, product and services they bought, personality they have. Right? You have your own personality, right? Characteristics that you want to make you to look different from others, right? Some brands show excitement, some brands show sophistication, excitement, right? Gucci kan ada some of bags, not some bags, their bags they focus on sophistication, class and charming, right? Some products they have a personality which is a show ruggedness and tough, right? Not a feminine kind of products. Right? So you tengoklah diri you, what are your who are you? What is your personality? What you wear is actually is what you want to look, right? You want to macam perempuan kan? You want to look feminine, so you akan memilih apa yang menampakkan you feminine, right? If you want to look traditional, I mean or rugged, right? Happy-go-lucky, outgoing man, contoh not a playful, right? So the way you dress pun, the brand that you choose pun, dah menentukan lah apa yang pilih. Of course lah, you akan carefully choose on what types of brands, right? You will buy to express your personality, right? Express your personality. So you tak kisah pakai je apa-apa. I don't think so, right? Tu baru I cakap baju, belum lagi perkara lain. A lot of things, right? Okay, psychological factors. When there is a motive, there is a drive. Definitely. You have a motive. Macam motif pembunuhan pula. No, motive to get a product. If you don't have motive to get a product, you tak lapar, you beli buat apa? Right? You tak lapar, kenapa you tiba-tiba dah rasa nak makan? Tak rasa lapar lah hari ni, rasa nak makan sangat. Itu bela saka namanya. Okay, there is a motive, when there is a motive, there is a drive. It's a drive that needs, that brings to direct person to seek satisfaction of the needs. And you'll find product or service to satisfy your needs. Okay, perception, how you interpret information into your own picture, right? How you perceive a product or services. Right? After you're exposed with the advertisement, with the stimuli, marketing stimuli, then how you interpret it into your own picture, meaningful picture, right? You have your own perception to a product and brands. And learning is a change is an individual behaviors arising from experience. Yeah, we learn from the past, we learn from experience, right? Kalau beli tu product, right? When you use a product or service, you don't satisfy the product. Did you buy it again? How many of you in this class, if you don't satisfy the product or service, you will buy it again? Right? Tak apa, I'm okay with that. Saya okay. How many of you? Right? How many of you still buy a product even though you are not satisfied with the product? Tell me. Kat sini, right? So it's a learning process, right? Beliefs and attitudes are difficult to change. We have our own beliefs, we have our own attitudes. That's why there is a natural products, there are healthy products, there is halal products. What else? Right? There's products. Some of you prefer product. I don't know. Maybe some of you, I don't buy you said that I do not buy product from Malaysia. I don't like Malaysian brand. I don't know. I don't know. That's your attitude. I don't like a product from China, right? Made in China. I prefer product from made in India. I prefer product from US, contoh. But some of you say that I'm okay with a product from China, made in China, because some of product is good, not all the product is bad. Some of you said maybe the other product, the products from other countries good, right? By looking at the brand or I mean the origin of the country of the product, you have some attitudes dah, right? Origin baru I cakap, belum lagi the other factors, the features, the designs, what else, right? Your belief and your attitudes to it, right? Itu yang ada boycott itu, boycott ini dan sebagainya. Some of you follow it, some of you didn't follow it. Some of you maybe beli product from body shop only because you know the product is not tested to animal. Contoh, I don't know, right? Your attitudes to the product. Yeah, tapi tak boleh cakap, ya tak adalah macam tu, because there are other people out there who are really, really concerned about it. Okay? Okay, so this is hierarchy of needs. Sama kata you need to understand the level of the needs. If a human being didn't apa what we call it what we call it if a customer, I mean if as a human being, as a human, you won't go to the upper level ladder, right? In this hierarchy, you want to go to the upper hierarchy if the lower hierarchy is not satisfied yet, right? For example, why you think about, I believe you won't think about married, okay? Here in the needs, social needs, or maybe social needs, a sense of belonging or love. You don't want to find your soulmate. I mean, don't want to get married because your psychological needs is not fulfilled yet, right? Some of the lady maybe they terus dua sekali lah, psychological needs and something needs sekaligus. Tapi the truth is, this is the hierarchy of needs actually. If you don't, if the other needs or the lower needs did not, you didn't achieve yet, or you didn't achieve yet, definitely you won't go to the next ladder or next. You won't go to the. You won't move to the upper level of needs hierarchy and Maslow. Tak, masih what we call it. You don't have a good job. I mean, you don't have a house yet. You don't have a good salary. So how you are going to think of marriage, for example? Right? Ini yang kata needs yang perlu difahamkan. And then suddenly marketer come to you, buy this, buy that. You don't even able. I mean, you didn't afford to get it, right? And in fact, if you see today, there are many products that expose to you or promote to you to fulfill the needs. Okay, CCTV, camera, yang untuk fulfill what kind of needs, safety needs, you need security, you need protection, social needs and sense of belonging. There's a lot of souvenirs products out there. Ada surprise gift, right? Surprise birthday gifts. Ada kind of store that sell gift products, right? Dulu tak ada pun, sekarang ada because of the needs, right? Yang ada sekarang, which is you start thinking of appreciating your colleagues, appreciating your friends, right? Then this seller come out with the service to satisfy your needs. Okay, so understanding the needs of this human being, manusia ini, then you able to know what product service that you need to give to them, need to sell to them in other the straightaway kind of work. Okay, sama lah juga as the system. You don't wear a necktie. You wear Bonia necktie. Dulu I ada bos kan, bos saya biasa je, tapi dia pakai necktie Bonia. Oh, he's a Bonia man. Saya marketing student, tahulah brand-brand ni, right? Walaupun tak mampu lagi macam tu, tahu. tahu apa yang dia pakai. Itu adalah status, right? Ditambah. Because we know the price of the brand, right? Dia bukan pakai Bania, Bonia contoh, right? Masuk Bonia, you tahulah berapa produk dia kan, berapa itu belum lagi cakap pasal Gucci and all the things lah, right? Psychological factors yang tadi lah perception, right? We have a perception, so whether it's selective, distortion, atau mutations. When you're exposed to a stimuli, marketing stimuli, or other information, you will interpret it by your own, right? Whether you want to choose a product or to the other products, okay? Any belief tadi kita dah cakap dah. Okay. Okay, buyer decision. When there is a need, you will find and you will when you have a need, okay, you start recognize you have a need to get a product or services, and you start search for information to get a product, and then you evaluate an alternative, right? What kind of product or service that you want to buy, and then you make a decision to purchase it. Post purchase behavior, after you use the products, then after you use the products, where's post purchase? If you're satisfied, you will continue. If you're satisfied with the product, you will continue to use it. If otherwise, jika you tak memenuhi you, it's not satisfying you, your needs, then you will maybe stop using it, right? Yeah, stop using it and find a new one, new substitutes. Cognitive dissonance is all by discomfort caused by post-purchase conflict. Yeah, yes, right. It's not. Not meet your expectation. Post-purchase cognitive dissonance. Post-purchase customer service is a key to build profitable, definitely. Customer satisfaction, right? We want to reduce cognitive dissonance. We don't want a buyer feel discomfort, right? Because of post-purchase conflict. Okay. And we also have the type of buying decision behavior. We basically involve a lot in a complex buying behavior, because basically this product is expensive. Biasanya mahal berbanding dengan other product, right? Expensive, and usually and it's not a frequent purchase, risky, right? Not really risky, but because it's expensive, right? It's expensive and you didn't buy it every day and frequently, right? And then and this product's complex buying behavior. Kenapa? Because the significant differences between product is a bit is little, right? You might say there is an only little difference among brands. So for example, when you want to buy a carpet, right? Misalnya beli carpet 500, tak tahulah brand dia apa. Tapi fikir dia juga nak beli kan. Sebab jangan beli, sebab tahu lama. Bila kita beli satu tu lama nak pakai carpet. Tak ada beli hari ni seminggu depan tukar. Yeah, you can do it, but I don't do that, right? And so infrequent, expensive, but today I realize it's expensive, right? After this, I want to shop kat Shopee je lah. I tengok banyak juga carpet yang cantik yang murah. Okay, so but you will see a little difference among brands. Okay, and when you compare to habitual buying behavior, usually it's a variety second buying. Habitual buying behavior. You will see you will involve the involvement of from a consumer is low, right? Compared with the other compared with the types of behavior, and you see only few differences between brands. What kind of products actually? Yang habitual buying behavior. Jarang sangat you tengok you involve a lot. Can I get an answer from you? Takut I cakap seorang tak faham. Alia jawab sekali, Alia.
Alia mana tu? Doktor.
Alia banyak ke? Alia Wan. Alia Atira. Who's speaking right now? Just now. Aku marah.
Bukan. Saya lagi.
Zakwan.
Ah,
Zahilmi. Zakwan is your dad name or father's name or your name?
apa dia?
What are you Zul?
Ya,
Because your name is not clear. Zahilmi. Okay.
ya.
Ali Atira, can I get an answer from you? Habitual buying behavior. Tell me one product. Low consumer involvement and have little significant brand differences. Right? Habitual. Jaranglah you ambil a lot of time to think before you buy. Tentang produk ni. And there's only a little significant brand differences. Brand difference pun tak banyak. Atira, are you here?
Yes, madam.
Can you give one product? It's become a habit to you, right? Habitual is a habit, which is you don't really, go through to the, you don't think too much when you buy. Senang cerita, it's a habit. It becomes a habit to you. And in fact, you don't see any differences between brands and the market. What kind of product? Bila tengok habitual buying behavior, if you have an essay question, if there is an essay question, you can give an example. Directly, straight away. Macam tu kan. Macam tadi kan, complex buying behavior tadi kan, like a PC, kita boleh kata. Tadi dissonance, right? Dissonance reducing buying behavior. Complex buying behavior like a PC, a laptop, right? Mahal kan? But you can see the difference between the products for complex buying behavior. Dishonest, expensive, but there's a few differences between brands. Alia, can I get a product, one product from you? Mana dah Alia Atira?
Chocolate, madam.
Chocolate, right? Tak fikir pun. Tapi my kid dia tahu. Dia kata Nestle Cadbury, mami. Nestle Cadbury only. Tapi tak adalah kan, you fikir banyak sangat bila you nak beli, right? This is dishonest, habitual buying behavior. Complex buying behavior, expensive, have few differences in terms of brands, many differences in terms of brand. Dishonest reducing buying behavior, expensive, infrequent, but risky purchase, and with a little significance difference among brands. For habitual buying behavior, low consumer involvement with a little significant brand preferences. Bila you beli shop, for example, like groceries lah, right? Tak ada pun nak fikir berjam kat situ, tak pernah fikir. Selalu tak adalah beli, fikirlah juga, adalah fikir, nak beli Faiza contoh. Because I know when I buy Faiza brush ni, RM1 will be donate to the needy, right? Pada orang yang memerlukan RM1 at least. Saya membeli sambil menderma. But when there is no Faiza in the store, tak adalah none of Faiza products dekat store tu. I beli je hal lain. I tak adalah nak pergi cari tempat lain ke apa dan sebagainya lah. It's habitual buying behavior because I know if this brand tak ada, other brand, right? And in fact, there's no just a little significance brand differences. You guna apa, beli beras ni pun sama juga dengan beras ni. Unless you beli beras Perang ke ataupun you beli beras selain daripada itu. Tapi actually fly macam boleh rasa lah kalau I guna this brand or that other brand. Saya memang sensitif sikit kalau tepung ni. Right, sebab saya buat kit sebagainya. Jadi kalau saya cakap to my husband, kalau tak ada brand ni, don't buy it. Oh, I tak boleh letakkan habitual buying behavior lah, my flaw. My flaw, sorry. Tapi kita cakap tentang a common buying pattern, right? Buying decision yang dibuat, behavior. That is your personality. That is your preference to brand, right? Your attitudes towards brand. Tapi we are talking about a general decision. A common buying decision behavior from customers. Variety seeking buying behavior, low customer involvement but significant perceived brand differences. For example, yang ni macam mana pula variety seeking behavior? Yang sikit saja low customer involvement, tapi brand differences dia agak bagus lah. Contohnya lah, you tengok lah you punya apa product like you punya makeup tu cooking oil. Betul, cooking oil kami asbah, spaghetti, bihun. Tapi I particular juga lah. Maggi tak pernah fikir, Maggi is Maggi. Wah, dia Maggi kan asli produk ni banyak bagus tau. They able to position the product as brands into your minds. When you think of Maggi, actually noodle instant noodle, not Maggi. I want to buy Maggi, then you take Mami. I want to get a Milo and then suddenly you get Coco. I want to buy Pampers. Until today, I want to buy Pampers. But when I went to the store, I get diapers. Oh, their brand positioning dia sangat powerful. That is the first brand that you will think before you buy. If the product tak ada, you get the other product. And because, like I said, a lot of factors. Because of the learning process, you already use the product, right? And then you know product is good. That's why it's become a habit to you just grab the brands, right? Sama lah macam skincare, right? Dan sebagainya. What's true, Bishaira? Okay, skincare pun sama, right? Ada banyak brand kat luar sana, right? Like cookies yang you nak beli, nak makan juga. Ada orang foodie don't ask a foodie about food brands. They're really particular. That's why kita kena faham who are this customer, how to segment this customer, right? Kalau kata teen remaja kan, remaja bandar, remaja luar bandar, dah berbeza dah. Remaja from a rich family, a wealthy company, family with a social with a social status wealthier ni, then teen in rural with low income parents dan sebagainya. Sudah ada berbeza walaupun dia adalah teens, similar age, right? Ini adalah benda-benda yang perlu difahami lah. Itu baru satu lot of factors actually. Is it easy to become a marketer? Not easy. Sangat susah, right? I'm doing consultancy, I'm doing I pernah jadi sales reps, pernah do consultancy, I pernah jadi supervisor in a private company and in a mall, and I know it's not easy to deal with customer, with the suppliers, and being in what you call it, a business channel ni, rangkaian perniagaan ini, in a network rangkaian ni is not easy, right? Lot of things you need to think before you make a decision, right? And banyaklah perlu dilihat. That's why if you tell me you want to sell a product because that is your passion. I mean, you like, okay, you want to do a business. I want to do a business because I like it. Because I like to do a business, because I like the products. It's my dream to sell the product. Okay, of course, you need to have something, you need to do what you like. But whether your customer or potential customer like what you do, what you want to offer to them, right? Is it really matter what you like, whether then compared with that, what your marketer like, what your consumer like, right? Adakah you want to keep on what you like? I mean, your interest, your passion, then you come to compare with what your consumers like. Right? Ini adalah benda-benda yang perlu difikirkan. And some of students say, I want to do this business because I like, this is my dream. Right? It's okay if it's your dream. Do and go and do some research before you come up with the product, before you sell the product. Right? At this time, we don't care much on your. We don't put more attention on what you like or not. Right? Customers are selfish. Customer are selfish. They don't care who are you, what you like, what you do, how much effort you put on your product, on your promotion, how much cost that you involve in doing all actually they just don't care. What they care is whether the product is able to satisfy them. That's it. Whether your product is good to satisfy what they want, whether your product or service able to solve the problems. That's what they can. Right? That's why I say customer is selfish. Simple as like that. Don't say to me customer is king. Like they are not king, they are not queen, but they are important to you. This is what I learned when I work in yeah in as in a private company lah. They say to me customer is not king, Nola, customer is dia suka nama saya Nola sebab dia tak boleh nak pronounce it Nora. Nola, customer is not king, customer is not queen, but they are important. So dia dah dapat pahala dah. I take that quote from her, my manager ni, I give it to you. They are not important, but they are not king or queen, but they are important. That's why we need to know well. They are need to understand them, know them first, understand it, and then find what they need and fulfill their needs. There's a win-win situation. Give what they want, and then in return you will get profit from it. Simple as like that. But how to do it? Kena fikir lah. It's not easy, right? Because we are dealing with human. Susah buat savings, susah. That's why I tabik those yang buat sales and hit the target. Memang, right? I biasalah duduk berkemah buat booth ke apa dari when I was a student. Student macam you dah biasa dah terdedah dengan ni, and I know it's not easy. That's why bila I pergi keluar sana, I beli ke memang I sanduk orang. It's not easy. It's not easy, I know. Kalau you cakap you subscribe ke, you do direct selling, I know it's not easy. Right? It's not easy. Kalau you cakap you buka booth selling, I know it's not easy because I did. Right? Kalau cakap you pernah bekerja dekat mall, yeah, I pernah. I know it's not easy. Right? If you say to me you pernah dealing with something, yes, pernah. It's not easy to tackle them. Right? What about to satisfy customer? Yes. Customer marah? Yes. Right? But you can't marah balik. Nasib baiklah kerja kat KL, dia tak tahu bahasa Terengganu. Dia tak tahu. Tak adalah contoh. Okay. Boleh je kan? Why not? Kita pun geram juga, tapi tak boleh sebenarnya. Dia tak tahu Aiman. Dah macam tahu ni, dia kata gitu. Marah kat kita. Dia cakap kat I bullshit. At least I know English kan. And I said, dah macam tahu ni. I said that to him, what? Nothing. I said, you are handsome today. Geram because we cannot say bad things to a customer. Sometimes I'm just play around with it. Right? Orang yang penyabar sahaja boleh berada dalam bidang pemasaran dan jualan. Okay. and lowering your ego, right? Sebenarnya tak kisahlah, right? As long as dia nak marah mengaku, as long as dia beli kat you ribu-riban, it's okay. Who win? At the end, you win, right? So itu yang perlu ada dalam diri lah. Okay, so I look, saya dah tengok forum your answer, forum questions. I think first question is tentang consumer markets, right? Consumer markets consists of household and individuals, which is a direct question, right? Most of you answered it well. Factors that influence customers when buying, psychological, cultural factors. Tadi kan social factors, that's the answer. Okay, what about equity? Yeah, equity yang kita belajar chapter 1 ada dalam you punya slide already. And how to increase or maximize equity are definitely loyalty. Right, senang cakap, kena buatkan customer setia. You katakan how to do it, that's difficult. Right, tapi marketer need to do it, need to plan to make customers become a loyal customer. Untuk menjadi customer setia by using all the marketing strategy. Right, 4Ps dia, segmentation, targeting and positioning, that's what we will learn better in our class. Okay, what else? CRM dia kena bagus customer relationship. Like I said, you always create shit with your customer, not relationship. Macam mana customer become loyal to you, right? You don't even know your customers name kan, yang pergi beli tu kan, kadang-kadang makcik kat tepi kedai tu lagi bagus ke kedai-kedai muncik kecil-kecil ataupun yang beli nasi lemak. Oh, mari dah Saudah, dia kata. Mari dah Alia Atirah. Alia Atirah mari dah. Dia kata ni sudah Yuniza ni yang tengah belajar account. Nanti tolong makcik buat account dah, dia kata. Oh, makcik yang tepi kedai tu lebih faham. Rather than a big company or big restaurants ataupun big premise, they don't even know your name and in fact don't know who you are. Who are you? That's good. That's bad lah. And in fact, tak ada pun apa-apa promotion yang dibuat selepas you datang beratus-ratus kali kat kedai tu. So macam mana you want to increase customer equity if you don't have a good CRM and have a strategy to make your customers loyal to your products. Okay, so I think that's all for today. It's already 4 p.m. I don't think I will proceed with the chapter 6. Okay, we'll proceed to chapter 6 next week. And I leave a forum question to you. Chapter 6 we'll discuss next week. It's good for you if you're able to read chapter 6 first and answer forum question. At least you have some ideas before you attend a class. Any question from you? By the way, thank you Alia Atira because you answered my question. And I know you are here. You are listening to me. I will test your French later. No, don't worry. Life is like a roller coaster. Okay? Hari ni you, the other day orang lain. Akmal Zulhimi, I tahulah. Dia tak tidur. And those who answer, who give us feedback in chat room, right? Ifa, Ashfarina, I try to remember your name. Aswa Zaidi, right? Right? Because you already, you help your friends to understand what we learn today, right? And you pun sama-sama bantu kawan-kawan. Because this is new to you. This is new. How many of you already learned principles of marketing? Even a marketing student didn't score A for marketing subject. What about you? I think you are able to score more than that. A++. I hope so. I mean, right? Okay, so any question from you? No question. Don't make my life so easy. Don't make your lecturer senang sangat. Like I said to my student, be a lecturer. No question from student. Okay. It's okay. I will entertain your question in Telegram, but I prefer face-to-face question because it's easy for me to just explain to you, right? But it's okay. Maybe you need time to digest, right? And then ask a question from it. Okay. I think I still receive question regarding your assignment until today. So it means you didn't do your assignment yet because the question is about assignments is still continuing until today. What's so difficult to you to understand? It's just a local business from a local people. Does it? Don't think mungkin you rasa macam alamak dia tak ada buat community. Okay, tak payah fikir tentang community. That is one of the example I give to you. Sebagai contoh untuk you, right? Sebagai contoh untuk you. Supaya you boleh mark up your assignment, lebih banyak you boleh put a lot of information yang you boleh buat, and then I know what's going on, right? Because I'm doing, okay, fine. Find a local business. I tak nak international company, foreign company, right? Foreign people yang buat business. I nak a local people do a business, a small business, right? Itu sahaja, right? Kalau you ada that criteria, jumpa orang yang buat business, orang kita yang buat business, a local, macam mana lagi I nak terangkan you, right? Macam mana lagi I want to explain to you. That's why I don't answer, right? Local business, run by local people. Is it difficult for you to understand? And in fact, I add to you, don't go for micro, because yes, you boleh pergi dekat makcik jual nasi lemak kan, kat kedai tu, lepas tu nak interview, boleh. Tapi I takut you tak ada banyak information yang you mahu letakkan dalam assignment you, which is difficult for you to analyze and give your ideas. If you able to get a lot of information from a micro enterprise, then it's okay, right? Dalam kelas saya ni tak ada sini sana. Maybe lah, you 1 + 1 is 2, right? Marketing ni dia more than that. Adaptation, adaptive, right? Lihat perkara-perkara yang itulah. So local business run by local people. That's it. Itu sahaja. If you want to interview a makcik micro enterprise, it's okay. Go ahead. If you have it's okay, it's up to you, right? If you can get a lot of information. Small business, it's up to you. Small business, okay lah. Small business run by local people. That's it. Itu sahaja. Right? Tak payah lagi itu ini. As long as you tengok kedai tu adalah small business, kedai kecil, bukan multinational companies, not a foreign companies, then that the first, dah hit first requirement. Second, you nampak dia run by local. Pakcik tu adalah Pakcik Ahmad ataupun Mr. Raju ataupun I don't know, Mr. Lee for example. Run by local people, that is okay. That's it. 2 requirement fulfilled, go ahead. Right? Tak payah nak fikir how they ada activity and all that. Then go ahead, interview and get information. Kalau you masih lagi nak fikir, you don't make that action. And until today, you keep on thinking of what you want to do, whether you want to proceed or not. 2 requirement only. Local business run by local people. That's it. Itu sahaja. If you able to find it, go ahead. It's already fulfilled the requirement needed for your assignment. Right? I'm just giving another example for you because some of the community business is also giving back to community. Itu yang ada. Like, mungkin you macam alamak susahnya, you macam fikir macam tu kan, forget about it, right? If you able to find it, ambil lah. Tapi the 2 requirements, small business run by local people, is the main requirement. Right? Itu adalah additional yang you mungkin boleh ada bila you interview. That is how you learn from it. When you do interview session with the owner ataupun manager of the business, then masa itulah you able to grasp some ideas. Right? That needs your kebijaksanaan you lah. How intelligent you are to grasp the idea, to analyze it, and then to write it, report it in your assignment. Itu adalah skill juga. Tak semuanya benda yang di-advertise dekat social media website. Bila you communicate, then you know what they are doing. That's I leave to you. Right? If you're good in interviewing the if you if I mean if you I mean what do you call it, kalau you bagus lah, kalau you bagus, if you good in interviewing the owner or the business manager, then you will get a lot of information. If you if you're not good in managing interview session, then you might not get, I mean, the very details. I mean, a lot of information from him or her. But I'm not surprised because there is a private and confidential. There is not all SMEs want to reveal everything to you. I'm okay with that as long as you're able to fulfill all the questions. And in fact, there's no question regarding their own their account and so on, right? That's why I don't ask account dan sebagainya. Asyik baik kita kelas marketing, mungkin tak ada masalah lah untuk marketing. And in fact, you boleh bagi tahu dia, will tell you what is our plan to you, right? Kalau bagi account ni apa semua, mungkin dia reluctant. Other than that, I don't think so, right? So lepas ni, no more question regarding assignment. Why? What type of business? Is it this business local, run by local? Local owner, not Bangladeshi, not a foreigner. I need to mention to you. And small business run by local. That's it. Small business run by local. Small business run by local people. Orang-orang kita. Malaysian. Right? Clear tak? Sebab selagi you masih tak faham tentang tu, selagi tu you tak boleh nak start interview and then do your report. Some of students already dah faham kan, dan dia boleh proceed. I'm afraid kalau you masih lagi tercari-cari and then you lambat untuk buat tu and then result nanti you dapat tak bagus lah, right? Don't do last minute job. Last minute is okay but not too last minute. Last minute is okay. Dapatlah last minute maka it's okay. I dah biasa lah, more than 10 years I'm in this field. When I go through the report, I know this is a last minute job. Yeah. Okay, you tahu lah kan, you pun pergi tahu kan. Okay, so that's all for me I think. Is it clear?
Betul.
Tak perlulah lagi kecil besar kan ni kan. Local people, small business. Specific, what font you want? What font you want? Arial 12 dah. Oh. Ya, Kavi, ada dah time. Tak sempat Kavi because banyak benda sangat. I pun ada competition yang IECC nak go through to the consultancy, SE and tomorrow I need to go to Besut. Petang ni pun I kena jumpa my student untuk photography session lepas habis kelas. Nanti I tengok Kavi. Okay? Riau Kavi. Should I pronounce it? Font, you nak font berapa? Details you on. Banyak detail. Tak ada masalah apa-apa. Boleh lah Times New Roman 12. Boleh. Apa lagi dia nak? Oh, suka sangat extension. This is a favorite question lah. Tapi bagus lah kelas ni dia tanya. Ada kelas saya tanya. Dia tak nak. Lepas tu dia PM saya tepi. I cakap there is no more negotiation. Padam muka dia orang. Tadi tu berapa? You mean 1 December kan? I give 5 more days to you. Is it okay? 5 December. Don't do last minute job. Buat dulu benda yang senang je. Interview dapat jawapan. Analyze. Nak tunggu apa lama? Hari ni boleh interview sekejap. Okay? Tapi make up your question. Right? Okay, I think that's all good. No more question tentang company. Sebab I tahu bila you masih lagi mencari company fikir, you tak buat lagi. Right? Small business run by local. That's it. Tak payah fikir banyak-banyak. Think too much and then you don't do any action because you keep on thinking. What to do? Small business run by local. That's it. Itu sahaja. Okay? Okay, we end our session with Suratul Tasbih Kafarah. Okay? Next week, kita jumpa lagi. Take a look to your foreign passion. If you have time. Nanti I go through to your feedback. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, right.